Well. What a day we have today. We have decided to do more of this. And it's gonna be everybody's problem. No, wait. We are back again with. Oh, why is it not showing up? Wait a second. Ready again? Did I forget to share game? Oh no. Share game here. No, it should. Excuse you? Huh? Hi Kiki, welcome in! Hope you're excited for today's shenanigans. We're gonna be playing a game called Of the Devil. I see the issue. There we go, it was under another thing. Now everybody can see.
Yes, in order to celebrate Mother's Day, we shall come witness extremely motherless behavior that is Morgan.
Absolute motherless behavior.
I'm half convinced Morgan was not born traditionally. Morgan was just came into being one day out of the psychic ocean of humanity's sins.
Yeah. You know, that doesn't sound far-fetched. I can almost believe that, too.
Dang, here I was just trying to make a pun about, like, Mother's Day and sociopathy, but goddamn, y'all are just going out for the jugular. To be fair, I went for the jugular, too.
Going to triple kill on just one person. Anywho, yeah, we probably maybe gonna end this chapter today, as far as I understand. Like, with how much more we have left.
Ooh, exciting.
Right? Am I understanding you correctly?
I hate to say we're about the halfway point.
Oh!
What? We only halfway?
We're only halfway through the chapter. Oh, okay, so this person's new.
No, Kiki has been here for a hot minute, but I think that it's the first time tuning into this shenanigans we are doing every... What day is it again in English?
Well, we try to do it on Sundays if we're all free.
Yes.
So, Of the Devil is a game that is heavily inspired by franchises such as Ume Neko, When They Cry, Phoenix Wright, and visually inspired by Danganronpa. We are following a defense attorney in the year 2087 named Evangeline Morgan, who is one of the few remaining defense attorneys due to the fact that in what is essentially a surveillance state, there's about a 99% conviction rate because everything's caught on almost everything's caught on camera.
Panopticon!
Yep. However, as we begin Chapter 0, we are seeing her take on a case for a recent string of captured the social zeitgeist of the Heartbreak murders, the first serial killer in decades who has been able to get away with it so far. After proving our defendant innocent, it is revealed that Morgan herself is the Heartbreak killer, who has been using her ends with policing, by having a pretty vague idea of when the Panopticon is going to be down for having blackout maintenance, in order to swoop in and feed her more bloodthirsty urges. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of gas because I'm eating food and I have a Baja Blast.
Fair. I can take over. If you want.
Please allow me to consume.
Yeah. So
Bone appetite.
We discover in the cyberpunk dystopia that is probably our future, Morgan, serial killer. And she's real good at it, to a concerning degree. But anyway, then the actual game starts, and we run into a sort of an issue in that one of Morgan's only friends, a guy by the name of David Asher, is dead. You show up, we rock up to the crime scene, we meet a very nice lady who has the lung capacity of 2 beans. And we find out that David Asher left something for us. Sort of like, hey, this thing's supposed to go to my drinking buddy Morgan. Don't worry about it. And then he died. So you go, you investigate, you find a safe, you open the safe, there's a child inside of it, an android, because David Asher was the big android guy at the company called Noble, who manufactures them. And it's heavily implied from what we've seen so far that David basically treated her as his daughter. And the daughter goes, hey, you owe my dad a favor. I want you to prove that he didn't commit suicide. So I need you to prove that it was a murder, basically. Because I know my dad and he wouldn't do that. Their dynamic is unique. Sarah, the android child, is like, hey, the world is fascinating, and I still have a zest for life. And Morgan, secretly a psychopathic killer, is like, yeah, you're real charming, huh? Morgan's great. I love her. Yeah. So we've just sort of been gathering evidence thus far. And I believe we're about to go to the court case, is that right?
Yes, we left off right around when we were going to start the court case.
Yeah!
So without
I mean,
further ado... Oh,
sorry. Sorry, I was just going to say, so you joined just as we're about to get to the Ace Attorney segment.
to the very juice of the butter. Wait, no, that's not a wording. That's,
Admittedly, there is a slight joke that I have been making. Which is like, during part of the investigation, we did talk to David's essentially ex-boyfriend. And part of me joked, you know what, the prosecution has a slam dunk argument of, Your Honor, if I fumbled a man like this, I'd kill myself too.
Yeah, no, David Asher's ex is incredibly hot. Like, a lot of the characters in this game, very attractive.
There's a regular joke like, God damn it, this game is made for bisexuals and lesbians.
Yes!
well, you will indeed. So let's get right into it. Not tease anybody any longer. We shall continue from where we left off. A lot of silence. Please, somebody speak. Okay.
Does it excite you, going into courtrooms?
What do you mean?
You don't feel the tension in the air as the audience murmurs amongst themselves? You don't feel a fiery sense of justice rising in your gut as the prosecution smirks at your ragtag assembly of witnesses?
Oh yeah! Something we maybe got to mention. I almost forgot why she was blinking. Right now she is decoding something. Video evidence for the court case. So if you see her face, eyes and all that blinking, that's what is happening. She normally doesn't do that.
Yeah, this is the android child. She's very precious.
She's my daughter and she loves martial arts movies.
Yeah!
Do you really think this is going to be like some kind of movie where the good guys save the day?
Probably not. Though that would be nice if it were.
What's your deal, anyway? Did David train you off a movie marathon from hell or something?
We did watch films together, if that's what you're asking. Though he was rarely the one who suggested it.
So you were the aggressor.
The aggressor.
Andor, get out watching a flick anyway.
What do I get?
Why do you do it? What's your reason?
I'm not sure how to answer your question.
Never mind. Forget who I was talking to.
I like the performances.
Sure, there you go. Got a crush on Humphrey Bogart or something?
He's a handsome man. But it's not the actors I like so much as their performance. The truth is, besides Father, I have very little experience when it comes to people.
I hadn't noticed.
I read the net and I watch people and what they share of their lives. But it's also subtle, so hard to follow. Very neurodivergent energy.
Two heavily masking people, not realizing the other is masking.
Yeah. There are so many unspoken rules that can't be taught, only learned, and I often struggle to grasp them. You're also complex, so detailed.
This felt way too cinematic all out of the blue. What is going on?
But the characters.
Oh no, the cinephile character talking about their backstory has a cinematic view of it.
But the characters on screen are exaggerated, larger than life. The actors enunciate. Their body language is precise and meaningful. Their faces are bright and softly lit, and their eyes are... It's fiction, so these characters and their stories, they have a beginning, a middle, and end. And the people on screen don't ask anything of you except your attention. You can't disappoint them or make them feel awkward. You could just watch and learn. But what about you, Adonai?
What about me?
Do you like movies?
Yeah, sure, back when I was a kid.
Really? Who was your favorite director? What was your favorite film?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember. 6:05 p.m., July 1st, 2086. Right, I was off by a year. State building. Floor 48. Things are quieter than I expected here at the courthouse. Though I've always felt courthouse is a bit of a misnomer. Government building is probably the best way to describe these towers, all-encompassing and impenetrably vague. 100 floors of officials and documents and paper-pushing queues. A couple dozen courtrooms squeezed in along the way. Didn't think I'd be arguing in court when I woke up today. Didn't think that my friend would be dead. Or they'd have thrust an android onto my lap either. I could just walk in there and concede. Emma would be irritated and more than a little confused, but I could play it off as an exercise in grief. And the android would complain, loudly of course, but I wouldn't have to listen to it. Now that it's registered my name, I could probably just order the damn thing to reset its memory. But I haven't done that. And I guess I don't plan to. Why? Must be because I have my suspicions as well. Sarah insists that David would never commit suicide, and I haven't actually stopped to ask myself whether or not I agree. David was rational, subdued, private, hard on himself, and not prone to emotional outbursts. So maybe that's why I'm finding myself outside courtroom, prepared to humor and add suspicion before the state. Because I don't really believe David killed himself either. What's your progress bar at?
I can confirm that I am making progress.
Well, shit, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But it would be difficult to summarize that progress in terms of the completion percent.
Give it your best shot anyway.
4%. Oof.
Well,
Are you feeling confident in your case?
Markedly less so after hearing that.
Do you think the judge will be amenable to your argument?
What are you talking about?
Do you know the judge we've been assigned? Are they particularly lenient or strict?
Adjutants are always a coin flip, so... You do know what an adjutant is, don't you? Are you expecting to see a bearded old man with a robe and gavel when we get in there?
I guess I'm a fool for thinking that.
Should I not?
Aww.
Adjutants are android judges, okay? With all the authority that entails.
I feel like I should probably have a list to is
scroll
Sergeant
down.
this one?
There it is, second one, yep.
Yeah.
Sanity, would you like to read this while I eat?
Sure. Noun. Commercial name for automated dependent judicial models. Adjutants are automated dependents that preside over trials for the state. While most adjutants are designed and sold as software and then loaded onto courthouse-specific hardware, including Android bodies, they can interpret trial proceedings and render judgment based entirely on stenographer records, if need be. Ruling on cases is an entirely digital capacity. Reviews of adjutants by third parties has shown that they are overwhelmingly more equitable and even-handed in their sentencing. Scroll.
Even-handed. That's a wording.
Than human judges, because they cannot be bribed or intimidated. Adjutants are especially preferred for cases involving organized crime or corporate misconduct. Adjutants use a 9-fold personality engram for rendering their judgments and building consensus, known as the nonary system among software engineers, because each of these 9 personas are constructed by a different think tank or institution from across the political spectrum. Ideological contamination in adjutant units is practically impossible. There have been a small number of reported cases where nonary processing has borne particularly enthusiastic or eccentric personas, presumably in an unorthodox, if not effective, attempt to reconcile particularly disparate opinions across their 9 constituent personalities with a single, authoritative, loud voice. With the state's court backlog essentially cleared for the past half-decade, questions arose as to the continued need for adjutants to lighten the judicial system's human resource burden, but Senate Investigative Committee 74J091 determined that removing adjutants from the legal system would be prohibitively expensive at this point.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that, Xanadu. While after I ate my bit, I was doing speech exercises.
Fair and valid. I am surprised to hear that people are willing to accept rulings made by automated dependents.
Rulings come from landmark cases in the higher courts. Those are passed down by actual judges. Real people with decades of study and experience. Not every eviction case is a traffic ticket that ends up... But not every eviction case or traffic ticket that ends up in court requires years of legal experience. Sometimes all you need is a referee and a sentencing algorithm.
So, androids are used to reduce caseload?
Been that way for decades.
But how was a law that replaced judges ever enforced? Wouldn't there be injunctions? Stalling?
Judges did fight it for years, at every level and in every theater. But the public lost their patience for that kind of obstruction during the 60s. The state needed to shred budgets across the board. And so judges that couldn't be replaced by years of legal battles were instead ushered into early retirement by the unrelenting force of our great nation's accountants.
And it's not controversial having machines determine sentencing for human beings?
Whatever controversy there is, it gets aimed at the machines, not the people who put them there. And the machines can't lose sleep over it. Besides, used to be even the most high profile of crimes wouldn't get a court date until weeks or months later. Nowadays, most crimes are prosecuted within a single business week.
And that's not rushing things?
Keeps people in my line of work on their toes, that's for sure.
I'm just surprised to hear that there's so much haste.
Don't they teach you about classical conditioning in android school? You gotta feed the dog immediately after you ring the bell. If punishment doesn't follow the crime in quick succession, the lesson doesn't stick.
I see. But if adjutants are so effective, why aren't they used in every trial? Why aren't they used in politics?
That's a logical question to ask.
And the answer is?
That logic only gets you so far when it comes to people.
Doesn't everyone want the courts to be as just as possible? If adjutants are truly impartial and incorruptible.
Everyone wants justice, sure. But there are other considerations to be had.
Such as?
Disgust.
What?
I'm saying what?
Yeah.
That's all people really care about, what all their morals boil down to. Just what they do or don't find disgusting. Only problem is, everything's more palatable when viewed through a screen. So when everyone sees the world through AR and cameras and no one ever gets dirt under their fingernails, you'd be surprised at what you can get away with.
I don't understand.
Yeah, well, therein lies the problem. Approximately 20 minutes later. Courtroom 48D.
Courtroom 48D's no. Sorry.
No, it was there. It was right there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is Emma. She's a rival.
There's a lot of toxic fury between Morgan and Emma, alongside between Morgan and one of our main detectives of Detective Reyes.
God, there's so many people.
It's a bit of a joke of like Detective Reyes is obsessed with Morgan and Morgan is obsessed with Emma.
And Emma is obsessed with...
Gotcha games. And
Yes.
justice.
Fair.
Just a preliminary hearing, huh? You wouldn't know it from the look on her face. But I shouldn't have expected any leeway once we stepped into the courtroom. Not with her.
That's the adjutant up there. Is it asleep?
It's loading.
Oh, the adjutant can also kind of get it, yeah.
Benefits. She's about 9 feet tall.
You were saying.
Ow! Not the bongs already. That's
No, I'm pretty sure that was for me.
It needs
I
to
don't
load.
like. Ah. Oh, oh no! Wait, does the bongs
This
not
is easy
work?
dessert,
Oh
but
no!
unnecessary.
No!
It's not gonna stop me.
Stop! Why is it not
Chat,
working?
opinions on Cortana? I will not tolerate slur.
Have you two ever played Halo? Do you know who Cortana is?
I played through the whole Halo Master Chief collection with a friend.
Like, I'm in the middle
Cortana?
of a playthrough, and I've just gotten to know Cortana, and I'm just like... I asked if there was an off switch, and Dust is very offended of, how dare you!
Bizarrely, to me, Cortana would be hotter if she wasn't in the skin-tight suit all the time.
Agreed. Cortana is an interesting character that I do not think
Cortana is
properly
mommy, no cap.
explored all of the aspects that were associated with her.
Cortana is mommy, all caps. It's okay. Like, maybe later. You sure it's not a suit? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her iconically being naked. Then, how about we continue the video game, shall we?
Yeah. It needs to load.
Don't be rude. Not every ad can afford to be decked out as extravagantly as you.
Don't be rude.
Especially not those that the state buys in bulk.
There's an audience.
You mean the gallery? That's nothing.
No, Dust, you are joking, right?
Apparently in the books that is somewhat true.
What?
It's meant to be a diegetic reason for a designer basically figuring her out while working one-handed.
Ban hard bite. He's being
Stop
a
fighting
stinker.
over a fictional blue woman. There's enough of that happening with that weirdo at Blizzard.
Oh my god. A blizzard? Is that probably something, a can of worms I shouldn't open now?
Basically fastest way to describe it is there was a lead developer at Blizzard Studios who had an intense fixation on blue-skinned women to a concerning degree, and that is why, despite the fact that Overwatch is set in the future and is a sci-fi, has Widowmaker have blue skin.
That's what?
Oh, yeah, I think I remember
Huh.
reading the explanation for that. It's something to do with her blood. I don't really remember.
Listen, it's used to justify the guy's weird obsession.
Yeah, fair.
Chat, I've been stuck here for days. Send help.
No, you want to stay there. Come on. You like sitting there. So politely.
Oh, I thought I already read the line, but yeah. You mean the gallery? That's nothing. It could have been a lot worse. Any word of any trial in the case of David Asher's death must have spread like wildfire. Even a mock trial like this one.
Please help me through this torment.
Detectives like Reyes or London would get chewed out for leaking things to the press. But uniformed officers had little to lose and a lot to gain by dropping a text to their attentive friends in the media. And then there's the corporate plants. Interns usually, preferably ones with modded eyes. It's illegal to film inside a courtroom, but this is the year 2086. Things are gonna get out one way or another. Well, I don't like having my face on camera. Also, like, see you later, piece of dust. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh yeah, bye, Dusty Shitter.
I don't like attention in general. But I'm not such a coward that I'd skip David's funeral just because there'd be paparazzi outside of it. My pretty little likeness was gonna end up in the background of some tabloid photograph one way or another by the end of this circus. This way, it's a decent marketing for my legal services.
That will happen once the adjutant finishes loading. How will the trial proceed?
By the way, yes, Kikizuki. The green is an inner monologue.
Yes, green is in a monologue.
With all those films you watch, I'd figure that you could extrapolate.
I am asking so as to correct any misconceptions. Words.
Well, not everything you saw on the silver screen is outdated. The court will come to order, and there will be a clarification of the charges. The defense enters a plea, and if it's not guilty, the prosecution begins making their case.
That means calling witnesses to the stand, correct?
Mostly. Sometimes they'll testify virtually from a separate location. Depends on the security concerns surrounding the particular individual in the case.
What do you do then? Sit here and watch?
Not if I want to get paid.
Her face. Not if I want to get paid.
I cross-examine the witnesses after the prosecution are done in questioning them. I can present evidence or witnesses of my own in response, as long as I have discovery backing me.
You said that before. Discovery means?
Just that I can't pull stuff out of my pockets and present it without any kind of context. Slowly turning to face Ace Attorney occasionally.
Yeah.
I love the games, but they do that a lot. Oh, do you need me to read the line again?
Oh, Ida is muted.
Oh.
Which means we've been left alone with the chat again. Ah!
Alright. So do you want to go into a lore fixation, or should I?
You know what? Ow. You can go for it.
Ooh, okay. Are you familiar with the Willie D. Porter cruiser?
I am not, as a matter of fact. Do tell me about the Willie D. Porter cruiser.
So it's around World War II, when there is a naval ship named after William D. Porter.
Mm-hmm.
This is a relatively new ship. It's mostly filled with a rookie crew. and they are put in charge of helping Woodrow Wilson. No, not Woodrow Wilson. Theodore Roosevelt. Right. Wilson was World War One. Roosevelt was World War Two.
Yeah.
They were planning on moving him across the ocean to talk with the Allies about helping America get into the war. However, there are a variety of things start going bad almost immediately as they're pulling out of port alongside the ship, the Iowa. The Willie D. Porter accidentally left their anchor out and ripped one of their fellow ships ripped a hole into it with the anchor.
Oh no! That's not
So
good.
they had to leave that ship behind and travel with three instead of 4 ships. As they're going out, they're going like, hey, we're gonna have to go on radio silence so that way we don't alert any Germans to the fact that we're sailing out here.
Yes.
During that time, they're like, okay, you know what, let's have some fun, let's show up for the president, and let's do some drills. They release weather balloons, start firing away. The Willie D. Porter does pretty well. They're looking to make up for their fuck up with the anchor. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
I'm back.
Exactly.
I had to say goodbye to the
Long
baby.
story short, they accidentally shot a torpedo at the president.
Oh, I heard of
radio
this.
silence to prevent a national tragedy. Ended up getting exiled to Alaska, where they almost blew up their naval leader.
Oh. That ship is cursed.
It is the only ship to ever sink due to a kamikaze attack from underwater because they shot the plane down, it landed underneath them, and it still detonated.
Wild.
Yeah. I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back. I have to have proof that I acquired it legally during the course of my investigation. Most of the time, that means having records or witnesses that can verify my investigation.
Which I can provide.
You didn't think I was letting you tag along because I liked you, did you?
And the jury, I don't see where they would sit.
The jury hasn't sat in an actual courtroom for years now. They have their own chambers, where they watch a feed of the trial's proceeding in anonymity.
And that's not an issue? Don't people want to look someone in the eye before they pass judgment on them?
You've got an old-fashioned sense of justice, don't you? There's no jury at a preliminary hearing anyway. It's only meant to evaluate whether or not the prosecution has enough evidence to go to trial. A mere formality in today's day and age. With tools like optics and arcs, there's never any shortage of evidence to work with.
So all you have to do today is convince the adjutant?
Easier said than done. Adjutants lean heavily towards evidence over arguments. And right now, all the evidence suggests that David killed himself. And if it's going to be an uphill battle, I can't afford to stumble. I need to focus on establishing an alternative interpretation of the facts, and it needs to be solid. But I don't have a suspect, or even a motive for killing David. Yet. Anyway, I'll need to stay sharp. Now it doesn't play nice enough for me to be anything less.
I think it's waking up. You or me?
I believe I decided to do this one.
Go for it.
This lower court is now in session. Adjutant AD-84 presiding. I call to order the case of the People v. Asher. Do the people wish to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor.
No point in bothering. One is just the adjutant here. Very well. Do the defense wish to make an opening statement? Not at this time, Your Honor. Might as well ring the bell and get this shit show start. If neither the people nor the defense wish to make an opening statement, then it falls to me to set the stage.
Oh no, she's one of those eccentric personalities.
My model name is Adjutant. My unit designation code is AD-84. I am a machine, an automated dependent, and I serve the state by presiding over trials. You might find yourself wondering, why? What gives a machine the right to judge a human? A fair question, but the answer is simple. In every culture, in every society, no matter how it is worshipped, enshrined, or defined, justice has one defining quality. Justice is beautiful.
Okay, I didn't expect for her to actually have an eyeballs like that. I thought it was just gonna be a Visine.
Yeah.
Dead stare? Okay.
Like a balanced equation, like the golden ratio, like the Vitruvian man, justice is beautiful. So what gives me the right? This gorgeous bod!
I love her.
Oh, I did not expect her to be corgi. That was not on my list of guesses. Oh my god.
I am deeply in love with this fucking robot.
My girl.
She's amazing.
I was going to be ready to fight Xanadu for this if they fought me on it.
Not. You're good. You're good.
Like everybody's turning on. Oh no. Oh.
Whatever, forget it. Forget I said anything. I was trying to lighten the mood, but I can see everyone hates me.
Oh no! Oh.
Do the trial without me. They're guilty or whatever.
I love her so much.
Turning her back. Oh, that's awesome.
Your Honor. Wait, what the flip? This defendant's already dead. Why are we doing this?
Oh, Oh.
Is this a debug thing? Because I'll log the error if I need to.
No, Your Honor. This is a preliminary hearing to determine whether David Asher did, in fact, commit suicide, as he...
I get it. You want to make sure he wasn't all cuckoo in the cranium before you cut up his will like a T-bone.
I didn't realize that adjutants were so lively.
They aren't. They're supposed to be austere and statuesque. Looks like we got served the most in need of repairs adjutant the court system could find. Whatever paper pusher we rushed to get this trial going must have wanted a little payback for the kindness. What's that look for? Could it be that you're trying to size me up?
She's amazing.
Wouldn't dream of it, Your Honor. Good, because if you have doubts about my ability to run this trial, I could always exact a summary judgment here and now.
Damn.
I'm sure you'd find my ruling to be fair and even-handed. That won't be necessary, Your Honor. She's much more of a character than I'm used to seeing up there, even counting all the flesh and blood judges I've met. But she's still just an adjutant. She'll follow the evidence where it leads. So as long as I can make a few adjustments for the occasional outburst from the bench, my plan is still workable. So, people, shall we get started with the first witness?
Right away, Your Honor. The people called Dr. Yumi Sato to the stand.
Alright, I believe I was Sato, so getting my working today, like making up for the fact that I had Xanadu who do a lot of the voices last couple streams.
Mhm.
Now you shall suffer and learn. It's Yumi.
Hey. So how about it, pretty lady? You swear to tell the whole and unadulterated truth to the best of your ability? I do. Good enough for me.
Dr. Sato, you were in charge of the autopsy for David Asher, were you not?
I was.
And when did you make your examination?
I started last night. Well, technically 1 a.m. would be very early this morning. I think you could still say last night if you're talking about 1 in the morning.
Objection! The defense will have their opportunity to cross-examine. Until then, they should refrain from making errant remarks.
The hell? All I said was... Yeah, what she said!
Oh my god.
You mean substained? Don't get cute with me, counselor!
What? Morgan, get your shit together!
Being cute is my job!
My god.
God damn, we've barely gotten started.
That seemed pretty bad, Adonai.
Heads up, making mistakes will increase your blind. Blind is how much credit you'll lose for answering incorrectly when you yourself aren't controlling the ante. Blind increments on its own. Blind increments on its own throughout the trial as the stakes get higher. But resets at the end of the day. Blind starts at and caps out at a higher number if you're playing in High Roller.
Which we are, I think?
Mind the blind number in the top left when it appears. It helps you gauge what you stand to lose.
We should try to avoid being penalized in the future.
Yes. Whose vibe are you liking, Kiki? Like all of them?
Probably AD84.
I can see it. Oh, so I see on the left side.
A
The
blind
judge.
-1.
It just means we have a -1? Or
Yeah.
blind?
It means, like, if we answer wrong, we'll lose a point. Thanks for the tip. Shake it off. I'll get my chance to raise objections of my own soon enough.
Dr. Sato, were you able to determine the cause of death?
I swear to God, Emma's voice is slowly turning into number 5, Burger King foot lettuce.
Hell yeah.
Slowly but steadily, yeah.
He passed away due to respiratory failure.
Could you explain what that means to the court?
Essentially, he wasn't getting enough oxygen into his blood. It seems by the time he arrived at the hospital, he was no longer breathing.
What does respiratory failure look like? What are the symptoms?
There would be lightheadedness, dizziness, fainting, pale skin, and a bluish tint around certain extremities.
And the condition he was in matched those symptoms?
Correct.
In your experience, what are the most common causes of respiratory failure?
It can be caused by injury or disease. But the subject had no wounds or reported illnesses and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy.
And what else could cause respiratory failure then?
It is also commonly seen in fatal drug overdoses.
Drug overdoses. Did you perform a talk screen on Dr. Asher?
Yes, but his chalk screen came back clean. Whatever killed him, it wasn't something we've encountered before. Wait, a clean talk screen? Clean? Heads up. Dialogue will proceed automatically during testimony, but you can still choose to advance text manually with continue.
Wait, what?
Basically, we're about to start cross-examining Phoenix Wright style. So basically, just dialogue will continue to move automatically, which I believe we turned off for for the timer thing when we did their settings for the first time. So you have to like automatically hit continue.
Okay.
You'll need to read carefully and wait for the witness to make a statement that sounds wrong. Then hit the call button to call their bluff. Hover over the call button or toggle on Insight to focus on the claims within a witness's statement. Insight can be disabled in settings. Testimony will loop until you call.
Oh, okay, good.
Luckily, one of the things you could do is like hover over there and like what you're calling will be highlighted in red. Can't let this chance slip by. I need to catch her mistake the second it comes out of her mouth.
Okay.
Whiskey. Yeah, our evidence is whiskey.
Okay.
Like David's contract. And the upright cup. The subject passed away due to respiratory failure. Essentially, he wasn't getting enough oxygen into his blood. He would have experienced lightheadedness, dizziness. I keep saying Disneyness, like he's going to start singing to bluebirds and they follow his every whim.
He's going to Disney World!
Yeah.
Then fainting. As the subject was healthy, their respiratory failure was to be attributed to a drug overdose. But when a talk screen was run at the hospital, it came back clean. It was puzzling, to say the least. Something she said just now doesn't make sense. I have evidence that directly contradicts her, so I just need to find the right moment to present it. We just read this, so...
Yeah. So I would guess... Is it when it says it was clean?
Yeah, because remember, David was drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that... was it this one?
No, not this one.
No.
This one.
Here it is, this one.
It was not clean!
After choosing a call on a statement, you will respond with evidence. Look over the 3 cards that show up. And confirm your card before the timer runs out.
Timer! Don't give me a timer!
I believe we did remove it, but yeah.
This one?
That's the upright cup.
Drink that Young one on the far left.
Empty or full. That's Young's cup. Oh, that's David's cup. There's the whiskey. Rose River whiskey. Drink before David. Wanna bet?
That animation was so cute! What? Like, take that.
It's impossible for David Asher's talk screen to be clean, and we all know it. Since he was on camera drinking alcohol the night that he died. But yeah, if we succeed the blind, we get those points back. We get those points added. That makes sense. And that scared you?
The witness merely misspoke, Your Honor. As it plainly states on the talks report itself, Dr. Asher did have alcohol in his blood. but not at such a concentration to be lethal.
Thinking I was yawning. Yeah, my bad. And I said the tox screen was clean. I just meant it didn't tell any of the attending physicians anything they didn't already know. Overall, a little more nitpicky than I'd like to be, but at least I was able to balance momentum, more or less.
Shall we continue, Dr. Sato? If the tox screens were negative for pharmaceuticals and drugs, what caused Dr. Asher's respiratory failure? Since you said Burger King foot lettuce, that's all that's in my head now.
I'm so sorry. During the autopsy, I analyzed his blood and was able to isolate a foreign compound.
So there was a lethal dose of a drug inside his body. It just happened to be a drug that the hospital had never encountered before.
That's correct. I think we're all going to get tired pretty fast if we don't at least pick a placeholder name for this substance, Your Honor.
The people don't object, Your Honor.
In that case, I'll put all my creative heuristics to work coming up with an original, scientific, fitting name for this substance. A name like Omega.
You already started with a weird word, Omega. You really sure you want to call it Omega something?
Omega-3!
Like the
I think you cut off.
fish oil. Fish oil's high in omega-3.
Oh, I get it now. I forgot that's the name of it. Oh my goodness.
That name is already taken.
Fine, call it Delta or whatever.
Oh.
Delta, used in science to denote an unknown variable. Not bad.
Delta has other meanings when it comes to drugs, but yeah, our Delta matches no known public pharmacology or toxicology records. That being said, chemically it does have all the hallmarks of a general depressant. I know the feeling. So it stands to reason that it will exhibit a similar effect on the body when ingested.
You say ingested. Why?
I eliminated all the possibilities during my examination of the body. He must have swallowed it, and judging from his stomach contents, it must have been a liquid.
Thank you, Dr. Sato. Shall I summarize things for the court?
Yes, please! I wasn't listening that closely.
I love her so much. The victim died of respiratory failure.
Yes.
And his tox screen showed that his blood was clear of anything that could cause respiratory failure. Except for this unknown substance, the poison we've labeled Delta.
Well, that sounds like a textbook suicide. Should we wrap it up here? Not quite yet, Your Honor. This may clearly be a poisoning, but there's at least one detail in this case that doesn't feel like a suicide at all. Alright.
Okay.
David's autopsy: died from respiratory failure, unknown substance in blood. Young's testimony: drank with David before he died, didn't see him add anything corroborated by cam footage. Whiskey: Rose River whiskey, drank before death, negative for poison.
Ooh,
I
I'm
can't
not
see
sure
all of
about this one, except for maybe the middle. But what are you saying, Sana?
Oh, I was thinking it's gotta be one of the last two. Like, it's probably not the autopsy report.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rare to have a witness to your suicide.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Outside of that one specific tweet about the killing myself in front of you for in order to irreparably change the trajectory of your lives.
So are we all saying this one? Because I feel I'm leaning
Young's
against
testimony.
this.
The council has spoken.
The people shouldn't get ahead of themselves. There's nothing textbook about a supposed suicide that had a witness sitting there watching it happen.
As you say.
Well, now I'm lost. Was this poisoning a suicide or not?
Oh, can you stop
That
picking
makes a little
nose
bit of
just for a
Yumi Sato there.
second? Sorry?
That the way I read that mixed in a little bit with Yumi Sato there.
If that's the case, then perhaps we should give the defense the opportunity to cross-examine. Unless they're going to insist on testifying themselves.
I think I was just taking a sip. How kind of you to offer! Ball's in my court now, so how do I counter? Emma's argument basically goes as follows. David ingested the Delta knowingly, and the Delta caused his respiratory failure. He died of respiratory failure, thus David committed suicide. Heads up, during blackjack, every piece of information you learn deals you a card. Choose only the questions that are logical and relevant, and only press if you think the line of questioning is worth continuing. Or else you'll go bust and lose credit. Select the press option to see what the follow-up question would be. You can only win blackjack when you reach exactly 21.
We are currently at 12 out of 21.
Mm-hmm.
So don't press further if you're already there.
It really is, yeah, indeed, Keegan.
And don't ask the wrong questions.
Ooh. And also, hello, welcome in, Sammy. I just needed to hear all the rules. I hope you're enjoying your day. Oh,
With my cross-examination, I need to put a microscope over the weakest part for that argument.
Probably that he ingested knowingly.
Yeah. And hope that some cracks will appear under the pressure. Alright, are you sure it was ingested? Are you sure it's respiratory failure? And are you sure Delta is to blame?
I don't. Okay, yeah, I think knowingly makes more sense.
To be fair, we also have no idea what Delta even does, besides just be a depressant.
Mm-hmm. What do you say?
Oh! Are you sure Delta is to blame? Because it's unknown and is just... it seems to act like a depressant, we're technically extrapolating that Delta caused it. So, I don't... Like, we know his cause of death was respiratory failure. Like, she's a coroner, that's her job, and that's what she said. And she said she didn't find any other means of it entering his body other than it being ingested. So my guess would be the third one. Are you sure Delta is to blame?
Oh, we are split.
To be fair, we can like just ask the question because I believe it might loop back around if I recall correctly.
Really? I thought we were not allowed to ask this stupid question, or the wrong question. It's no right or wrong one.
If we ask the wrong questions, basically we'll just end up like losing some like HP, which is our credit. Which I believe we have like over 60.
But I like to keep all my points. You know what's gonna happen.
Zombie, which one do you think?
I would at least probably try. To be fair, we do want to double check to see if it was ingested and not breathed in as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Actually, yeah, I might go for ingested then.
Okay.
Dr. Sato, you said the subject had to have ingested the Delta orally. But how sure can we actually be about that? Pretty sure? I mean, I could go into detail about all the cavities that I checked, but... let's see. Stay, or if you hover over press, let's see what the question will be. Was it knowing... Oh, wait, hover over press? Was it knowingly ingested?
Ah, there we go.
I want to click it.
Yeah, go for
Any
it.
objections? Okay.
But how can we be sure that the subject ingested the Delta knowingly? Well, we can't be sure of that. Certainly not just from an autopsy. You said it must have been a liquid, yes? Would it have been a large amount? Depends on the concentration of the delivery solution. It could have been just a drop. Kind of thing that could easily go unnoticed, yes?
Balls for speculation, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. Aw, man, I wanted to jump on her case.
Okay, so we can ask.
Are you sure Delta is the one, which is the bottom one?
Oh yeah, and our number's gone up to 17 out of 21.
I'll be right back real quick. I'm just gonna put the pizza away and I'll be back to read this line.
Okay. This is exciting.
Yeah.
So much to do, so many things.
Yeah, looking up basically in the equivalent of a studio apartment, so my fridge is in the same room as me. Dr. Sato, you said you were only able to identify the presence of this Delta after hours of work. Can you really be sure that a never-before-seen chemical can cause respiratory failure? Well, I have had time to run simulations, and they do give every indication that it would act as a depressant. Just enough of any depressant and respiratory failure would occur.
Ooh.
Only simulations?
Ooh, we missing one to
Yeah.
win. So maybe
I'd say press it.
you say press this?
Yeah, go for it.
You ran simulations. So you haven't tested Delta on an actual person? No,
Oh?
I haven't. That would be very difficult to do given our extremely limited sample. Not to mention highly unethical. Of course. But without such a test, you don't actually know for sure that Delta can cause any of the symptoms you've described.
Was there a question in that statement, Counselor?
You don't actually know for sure, do you? No. Not yet, anyway. Seems like that's... blackjack.
That was a good delivery.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Dr. Sato. We all appreciate it. But it does seem like we're still in the dark about many of details involving Dr. Asher's death, wouldn't you say? Well, poisoning via the compound we're calling Delta is still the most likely explanation. So there are other explanations for what happened?
Defense is calling for speculation, Your Honor.
It's not speculation when a medical examiner is attempting to explain the cause of death, Your Honor.
Loading.
The witness will answer the question. Well, respiratory failure can be caused by illnesses. If he had undiagnosed pneumonia or some other disease, then his respiratory system was weakened.
Undiagnosed pneumonia with his level of healthcare?
It is technically possible. I'll take it! I have no more questions for this witness. Ugh, that felt weak. But I can't be picky when I'm stalling for time. Seeding doubt wherever I can, however I can, is just about all I can manage.
Detective Reyes, you are one of the leads in investigating this crime scene. Yes, ma'am. And did you interview the EMTs who first arrived on the scene? I did. They responded to an sorry, I'm blending Emma and Reyes. They responded to an emergency. Sorry. Where's the log? The log!
All the way to the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They responded to an emergency signal from the home's security console, located in the kitchen. What did they find when they arrived on the scene? The victim was unconscious on the floor of his parlor. He was receiving CPR from a witness, the individual who called them. They were both airlifted to Gatesfield Memorial Hospital, and Dr. Asher was declared dead shortly after arriving there.
Dang it, I'm picking the worst time to fucking drink. She's actually handling herself pretty well up on the stand. I half expected her to roll her eyes during the swearing in. But when you take into consideration her love for boot heel authority, she might be right at home here at the courtroom, the very seat of the state's power over the people.
The witness met with the deceased about a half hour before he fell ill, from 7:30 to 8 p.m. The two of them talked for some time and shared a drink. Shortly after, Dr. Asher became distracted, lightheaded, and eventually non-responsive. I had to go neutral for Reyes because otherwise I was just going to do Emma again.
Mm-hmm.
And during the same time period, drinking the same liquor, this witness exhibited no symptoms themselves. None. Through a collaborative effort with Noble Electronic Security Division, we searched the entire building. But we found nothing unusual in any of the food or drink on the premises. There we go, I'm getting back into Reyes. Including the bottle that the witness and the deceased drank from. So, what was your ultimate conclusion after investigating the scene? The whiskey bottle was clean. The witness's drink was clean. Only person who got sick was Dr. Asher, drinking from a cup that he had prepared. So it was our determination that David Asher committed suicide by poisoning himself.
She's pretty tight-lipped up there. But I think she slipped up at least once. The police want to claim they've eliminated every other possibility and covered every angle.
Table salt!
But I know that there's a number of blind spots that they're not willing to admit to.
The salt!
Let's see, upright cup. David's cup. Poison, question mark?
Okay.
Asher Asher met with the witness at 7:30 p.m. last night, and by 8 p.m. he was dead. He's the one who prepared their drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no opportunity for the witness to ever slip him something. He drank from a cup that he himself poisoned. Seems pretty cut and dry if you ask me. But just to be sure, we scanned the kitchen, the lab, the basement, and there was no poison anywhere else.
She slipped up there and made a claim she can't actually support. Right, there was no evidence that he poisoned it himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say basement, but wait a minute, what?
There were no cameras in the basement, other than the security vault.
Yeah.
Which they didn't have access to.
I'm like, basement? I don't remember basement.
All I need to do is point it out, then I'll get to watch her self-destruct, which should be fun.
So, meeting at that time.
He's the one who
their
prepared
drinks.
Drinks.
There was
There's no
no
opportunity for the witness to ever slip him something. That's true. She was on camera all the time. I think a call here. Worst case scenario, we just lose 5 points and we can get them back.
Oh, we don't call out them not having the basement footage?
No, because that wasn't part of it. Because it was just the cups and the poison itself.
Yeah, in terms of the cards we have to play.
Okay,
And David's cup doesn't have any evidence there was poison in there. Middle one is David's cup. Found knocked over, drank by David, tested inconclusive. You can't make that claim when the evidence record clearly shows the test of Dr. David Asher's cups were inconclusive. The police can't claim he drank from a poisoned cup without first knowing that his cup was in fact poisoned. You're talking a lot of sense, lady. Does it resolve, or do you have a response, D.A. Rockford?
Just does it resolve immediately makes me think about Magic the Gathering, where someone has just played an incredibly asshole card and just like, does it resolve? Does anyone have a response? Testing on the deceased's cup has been inconclusive so far, Your Honor. I don't dispute that. Though, I'd be surprised if the defense has any idea how else the poison could have possibly been delivered to Dr. Asher alone.
Not at this time, but that's the funny thing about the burden of proof. It's not on the defense.
As we're all aware.
Right. We all knew that. I definitely knew that.
She's 100% playing Candy Crush on her phone.
Oh, the new hit game, Tamagotchi Live, living the dream.
Oh, yeah, no,
making
that's
everybody in the court
Twitch.
game. Oh my god.
Now, if the people are done bemoaning that pesky innocent until proven guilty issue, perhaps I could begin my cross-examination? Fire away, baby!
Fire away?
Baby?
Indeed, Kiki. Okay.
Reyes' testimony is meant to show that David's the only one who could have poisoned himself. She'll be on guard and hard set against helping me, but if I keep her focused on eliminating other possibilities, I could get her to make my point for me before she even realized what happened.
Okay.
Alright, anyone else in the building ever seen poisoning himself? Could he have been poisoned off camera?
I'm leaning towards the bottom option, which is that he was poisoned off camera.
At the very least, again, we're supposed to help, like, have her eliminate other possibilities, so... It could be that we could set that up. Detective, isn't it possible that Dr. Asher was poisoned off camera?
Possible. I don't know how else it would have been done. But that just goes to show, it had to have been suicide. The only time he was off camera, he was all by himself.
Oh. Oh. My hand. It got destroyed.
Shit, that's not where I wanted to lead the conversation. It might certainly seem that way, yes. Was anyone else in the building? Or ever seen poisoning himself?
I mean, probably the middle one then, because we don't have any images of him putting the poison in the cup.
But that could also be with the off-camera thing. Maybe just also more people. No, not any strong.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't know Sarah was in the building, so who else could have been hiding in here? Who's living in David Asher's walls?
Surprise witness! The strange man I found in the vents!
It was Sarah! No. Oh,
He's in the walls! He's in the goddamn walls!
I've been eating Dr. David Asher's drywall for 15 years!
I'm leaning with the first one.
The only people you saw on the cameras that night were Dr. Asher and this witness, correct?
Yeah, there was no footage in the house of anyone else.
Are there any parts of the house that aren't recorded by camera?
Sure. There are a number of rooms in the home's interior that don't have cameras in them.
So it's possible there were other people there that night because cameras weren't watching every room?
No, that's not possible, actually. The only way up to the penthouse is through the building's elevator or the fire escape stairs, both of which are on camera. And that still wouldn't get you past his front door, which is also on camera. No one besides the two of them was there that day.
Let's see what cover over press to see what the next question would be if we were to press. What about before that day?
Ooh. What about before? Look.
And if they had been there before yesterday?
Then we would have seen them leave again through the front door.
I don't like this no more.
Or we would have found them during the course of our investigation of the house. Your Honor, I believe we've exhausted this particular line of questioning.
She's falling asleep.
Not that exhausted, goddammit. Ever seen poisoning himself? It's only enough. Detective, we've been doing a lot of assuming and reasoning in quick succession. Red leather, yellow leather. In quick succession. So I'll ask this plainly for the court. Is there any photographic evidence showing David Asher adding anything to his drink that night?
No. Seems he had already poured for the both of them by the time he returned to the parlor.
He had already poured. In that case, next questions need to be when and what. Oh, any poison in the kitchen?
Oh, is these the same two ones, or?
Yeah, these two are the same one.
Oh.
So we have a new line of questioning. Any poison in the kitchen? Detective Reyes, during the course of your investigation, did you find any samples of Delta in the kitchen or parlor?
No.
That was a fast answer.
Well, it was a pretty easy question. If we had found poison at the scene of the crime, that'd be pretty important, don't you think?
What about his lab? His bedroom? His basement?
No, no, and no. We didn't find Delta or any other unusual substance in any part of his penthouse.
Right. And they never found any poison. No poison at all?
Table
We still have two, and
salt.
this is literally the best line of questioning we have. What about a poison container? Where did he get the poison? If it's not in the fucking house, where was the bottle that he kept it in? At any point in this investigation, was poison found on the body of the deceased?
No.
He must have been searched. Did he have any capsules or vials? Eyedroppers?
Didn't even have his wallet on him. Why?
Thank you for enlightening the court at this point about this point, Detective.
What point?
Well, I think it's strange, don't you, Detective? I mean, how could he possibly have poisoned himself without first procuring some poison? Blackjack!
Nice. What do you mean procure?
Where did it come from, Detective? The poison that you're so sure was discovered in his drink? Or was dissolved in his drink? If it can't have come from thin air, you understand? It had to come from another container at some point.
Whatever it was before, it probably evaporated. There we go. I'm hitting my stride with Reyes. I need
All
to
of
be a
it?
little
It
more
only took a small drop. All of it. It only took a small droplet to kill.
Your Honor, are you gonna ask them to keep it civil?
In a minute, sure.
I'm enjoying this bakery. Give it down.
There wasn't any pill bottle in his bedroom or a syringe in his pocket containing this apparently deadly substance. So how did he get it? What did he keep it in? The police want to claim that Dr. Asher committed suicide because they've established that his guest Clint never had an opportunity to kill him. But they failed to prove that the victim had the means to kill himself.
Then I guess I'll be the one to move things along. The Delta didn't come out of thin air, Counselor. And it didn't come from a syringe either. Dr. Asher was able to drip the poison right into his cup. Straight from the source.
His hidden venom sac.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. Shit. That's way too specific to be a bluff.
Ooh.
Allow me to submit into evidence Exhibit G.
Dream.
A piece of machinery found in Dr. Asher's laboratory.
The 3D printer of body parts? Okay.
Sold under the product name Nanofacturer.
Oh, I know this one! It's used in delicate scientific work to produce nanomachines, chemical compounds, and polymers. That's the same machine I saw when Dawes gave me a tour of the production floor.
Very good, Your Honor. It's a valuable tool in any scientific laboratory, and Dr. Asher was well acquainted with its use. As a matter of fact, he had a number of presets coded into it.
Even the android can see where this is going.
With just a few taps, he could reproduce any number of specific substances for his research. Or any other chemical his heart desired, really.
You think Randock Mechanics would allow their product to be used to produce illicit chemicals? What, chemicals?
Using the manufacturer to make unlicensed drugs does go against their terms and conditions. So Dr. Asher's warranty is certainly null and void. But they can't hard-code their machines to prevent the production of a drug that hasn't been invented yet.
That's...
Dr. Asher died when his respiratory system failed because of a depressant overdose. For him, it would have been peaceful, like falling asleep. You see, he didn't need to commission a synthetic drug from some street vendor or order an exotic poison from overseas. He could produce Delta at any time in the comfort of his own home. A quick and painless death, readily available in under a minute at the touch of a button. Specifically, preset hatch 19.
Damn. I thought I actually had something for a moment there, but I was toying into Emma's hand the entire time.
Seems like we're done with this witness, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am! Before we move on, perhaps we should take a moment and put together a timeline of events as we know them. Not for me, of course, just in case someone else might need it.
Simple enough. We know that Dr. Asher left the parlor and went down to the basement at 7:36 p.m. That's where he got the whiskey and the cups they drank from. The cameras show him returning to the parlor to drink with the witness at 7:40 p.m. And of course, we know that he fell ill and passed away shortly thereafter. Any objections so far, counselor?
Alright, our blind is 9.
Oh.
What would we say if we were to raise? She made a mistake in the timeline, or if we stay, there's no mistakes.
I don't think there were any mistakes, unless there's any objections.
Yeah, she has it correct so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, I think stay.
Not at this time, no. The timeline you've described is accurate, as we know it.
As you say. With this latest piece of evidence, we now know that Asher could have easily dispensed the poison directly into his cup by placing it inside the manufacturer, activating the preset, and simply waiting 2 minutes. Easily accomplished during the 4 minutes he spent off camera from 7:36 to 7:40. Wouldn't you say?
Ooh, a complete timeline of events! He had the means, he had the only opportunity. Seems like we're about ready to wrap up here now. Where are we on that loading bar of yours, Sarah?
I swear, if she's gonna say 5%, I'm gonna scream. What is your prediction, Xanadu?
I want it to be at least in the double digits.
Okay, okay.
Adonai,
Oh.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Aw.
well, counselor, are we done here? Oh, I think we have to race now. Shit.
What is? Can I hear? What is our?
This argument is missing something. She is yet, like, I could tell you at least what what I would say it would be.
What?
Admittedly, that I have also played this level a few times. What about motive?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's valid, yeah. So race?
Race?
Feels like we're missing at least one biggie here, folks. Namely, motive. Oh, right, I knew that. I wasn't getting excited to finish early or anything.
This is a preliminary hearing, counselor. Our focus should be on the evidence, so...
Just feels like an awful waste of taxpayer dollars to get us all down here for a debate and not get to the truth of the matter, you know?
So, I was hoping we wouldn't have to go through this next part.
What are you talking about?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court.
Ooh, new evidence! Gimme!
This is a recording of a phone conversation dated at 6:30 p.m. last night between the deceased and a man he was in a relationship with.
Oh? Oh, we finally. Oh.
Oh, we gonna see what was said? A man named Isaac Porter. A man.
Porter and David's breakup call. If anyone's presented here now, then the content must be relevance, Your Honor? Yeah, that. What bearing does this recording have on the case at hand?
It establishes what emotional state the deceased was in on the day he died.
Cool! Begin playback. Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, remember, I'm the one doing David.
right, yeah.
Because we have you doing Porter.
Oh,
Hello?
shit, I don't remember his voice.
Just do a hot guy voice.
I'll do my best. And before I just talk like me. We're good to proceed.
Do I need to read the line again?
Yep.
Hello? Always so soft-spoken.
That is David. The one that has passed away.
Isaac? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's wrong?
Don't know. Guess I wasn't expecting you to pick it up.
Why not? Did you mean to call me?
Yeah, I did. You gonna ask me how I've been?
Yeah, how have you been?
Christ, David.
What's the matter? Whatever it is, whatever I did, I'm sorry.
Whatever you did? That's alright, man. I'm sure you are sorry. I just don't want any more apologies from you.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And I don't think I want anything from you anymore, David.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have done this. This was unnecessary. My bad, man, for not taking the hits. With you, it's always better left unsaid, right? More efficient that way, so you can keep working.
Hi Kiki, I hope you enjoyed.
Isaac, if I've been distant with you, or
Nah, you haven't been distant with me, or cold with me, or anything with me for a while now.
Isaac.
Just forget it, man. Forget I called. Forget it all, yeah? Let's just forget we were ever anything but strangers. That's all we are now, anyway.
Isaac, recently I've been distracted, I know.
Nah, don't worry about it. Really, we're good.
Oh. Okay. So, do you need anything, or should I? Where did you even get this?
Can we put a pause on it real quick? I need to go for a bio break.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
It's the end of it. I was just like,
Well,
I don't want to go to piss during that.
Gotcha, gotcha.
See you in
how
a bit.
Isaac landed on the interpretation he did, but it's like when you hear the call, you just realize, oh, these are two people that just have like very different neat emotional intimacy expectations.
It almost brought a tear to my eye, like the way it like, oh.
Yeah, no, I see some of my teenage habits in David.
Mm.
Especially as someone who was very much like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I know I did something wrong, and I will apologize without knowing what I'm apologizing for.
Mm.
Just the constant barrage of internalized guilt due to an inability to understand social cues, mixed with
Yippee.
Catholic guilt.
Yippee. Do you also need a bio break while we at it? Or you
No, I'm just like, well, I don't know what to say here. And I just look over my phone. I was like, I could read the One Piece because it did update today.
Not even
But I
talk
should
to
say
me.
that
Go
for
over.
after the stream.
Well, this is quite an interesting book here I can read.
Like, well, my manga have updated, so I
Yes.
mean, it's an option. They were on break last week for Golden Week for understandable reasons, so why don't I just crack it open while we wait for Xanadu to come back?
Might as well. Damn. When did you get into this game? Like, or how did you even get to play this game? Like, how did you find this
Okay,
media?
so I
Story.
found out about this game because, I was watching Jello Apocalypse play Danganronpa because I'm just like, oh, I remember how hilariously bad Danganronpa can be. And it's just like
Oh.
him talking about the fact, it's like, God, I wish I was playing Of the Devil. It's like, oh, there's VODs of Of the Devil. Started getting it was like, oh, this is changing my brain chemistry.
Changing everything.
It's like, ooh, my brain is latching on to basically what if you were playing Ace Attorney as Dexter from the hit TV show Dexter.
I hope you know that when you say Dexter, I think of Dexter's Laboratory. Is
To be
that?
fair, that is what I think of first as well.
Oh, okay.
A
Is that
better way
what
to
it is?
describe this game is in Ace Attorney, a lot of the cases there's usually a grand mastermind. In this case, you are essentially playing from the perspective of the mastermind.
Mm-hmm. You have become the master of minds.
Yes, I'm the one that's technically behind a lot of these issues that are all linking back to crimes I commit.
You did all the crimes. I thought we were actually next case would be it's still like her murders, but we'll still be off the loop somehow. Of course it's not Morgan.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me now secretly it was actually Morgan?
Okay, granted, it would be funny as hell if every single case was just like, yeah, no, I did it. I just found a way to avoid getting my scapegoat to fall for it too.
But it becomes a little bit boring because you know the whole plot. Like it's just gonna be Morgan again. Oh my god, it's just
Yeah.
Morgan now. It's
Yeah, no, it's like a
Morgan
good
time.
twist in the first, in chapter 0, because the fact it's like, hey, this twist comes in pretty early, and for the rest of the game, you feel like you're in on the secret with her.
Mm.
But if she's behind all the murders, it's just like, oh, come on, this is getting ridiculous.
Okay. No, it's just boring. But no.
It's a twist you can't do every fucking time, because then it just becomes like okay, how did Morgan get away with this?
I'm really enjoying this. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And you say we're only halfway, that is crazy.
We're about halfway through the case.
The case is not being solved after this section?
There's gonna be a big thing that's gonna come in.
Oh my god.
We'll find out. Don't worry, we'll get there.
How they can a case about oh my god, how is this possible? I don't get it. Are we gonna get an answer one day? Sooner or later. Oh. Was that a Sana?
Ah!
Ah! Ow!
Hello.
Ah! Acordio!
I'm back. I will confess, I am getting tired. Like I did that thing where like I stood up and my body was like, oh no.
Okay, we should at least try to get through like the case here. Don't worry.
Percentage of our progress through it currently.
For like this scene, I believe we're about, I want to say 2/3.
2/3 is fine. We can get through that.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if need be, like I know one of your characters is coming back. I could take over for her if you want me to.
Like I'll be able to keep going for roughly 1/3 of the time we've been up.
Okay, so yeah, which is about an hour or so. Yeah.
We've been up for 2 hours. What the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have been. Ugh.
Just don't look at the time. Just keep going. Just keep pushing. You got it.
Yeah. We've got to lock in. Ah!
Where did you even get this?
All of Dr. Asher's incoming and outgoing phone calls were recorded by the building's penumbra system. And the recording continued for several seconds after each call was ended for quality assurance.
Remind me to check the terms and conditions on my next phone bill.
Shall we hear the rest?
Gotta be the last time. The last time I let someone. The last time.
Father.
It might just be a call, but it makes for pretty damning evidence at this point in the discussion. Emily's got her means, opportunity, and motive all lined up. So why is she looking at me like that? That was depressing. Can we finish up without anything else that horrible?
I got bad news, lady.
Emma's never been apologetic in victory. So does that mean this is just pity?
Less than 2 hours before Dr. Asher died, Isaac Porter ended the relationship over the phone. The court can make a reasonable assumption about what kind of mental state Dr. Asher was in last night.
That was a bad move, Miss Rockford. Then if the people have nothing further to add... I've been feeling off my game all day. Caught between corporate inbreeders and ant brain protesters and... But pitying me? Here and now?
Oh, Morgan's about to climb over that stand. She's about to throw hands.
That's all it takes to get my blood properly boiling.
I don't want Morgan's blood to be boiling. I feel like I'm gonna die now.
Oh, she's steaming. You could cook a dumpling on the top of her head.
It's about time for... me to call my first witness now!
I am so ready for her to have a knife and begin stabbing. Oh my lord.
Just next time she doesn't throw a card at Emma, it's a knife.
You wanna keep going? After that?
What are you doing, counselor?
Just calling the ultimate silver bullet, rock solid slam dunk witness a girl could ask for.
Emma? Oh, no.
Is here good? Does it matter where I put my hands?
Miss Starling, thank you for coming here today.
Of course, whatever I can do.
What is your relation to the deceased?
I was his executive assistant at Noble Electronics. I would arrange his meetings, coordinate communications between him and other departments. That sort of thing. Ultimate silver bullet.
Starling's the only play I have right now. The only stalling tool I have left. That's right. Her name's a fucking pun. Jessica Starling.
Oh.
Jess Starling. Just stalling.
Nice.
Her name is.
Alright, yeah, I think you actually skipped through some things, so let me just, like, can you go to the log real quick? Yep. For now, I should just focus on getting as much information from her as possible. Whether or not it's useful, it'll at least buy me some time. While Jess is being sworn in, Sarah mentioned that the hard drive is about 60% decrypted.
Hey, we're making progress.
Okay, finally.
Considering the rate Sarah's gone at so far, there's maybe another hour left. I might be able to stall that long. If I talk real slow. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Dr. Asher. Please answer them to the best of your ability.
Right.
Dr. Asher was a well-known public figure, but was he well regarded professionally?
Of course. Dr. Asher's work set the bar for the entire automated independent world. Sorry, Emma's voice, it's sneaking up back through my throat. And it's just going like, ah. Look at her, she's so proud of her dad.
Smug. Stay
Yep.
focused, Spearman. You say you coordinated his communications. Were there ever threats? Did people ever express an intent to harm him?
Objection calls for speculation.
Intent? I'm feeling like that's gonna be, sustained! Did anyone ever threaten him?
There were times when he was the focus of negative attention.
How so?
Dr. Asher was a favorite subject of many conspiracy theorists. With all his contributions to the field, it was easy for them to make claims about his influence. They'd say that his work was plagiarized or that he was hiding illegal subcommands in the technology he helped develop. Sorry, I'm also trying to say all of her dialogue in one breath.
Yeah, because we decided that she had, like, because of the amount of inhalers she was taking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the people would contact him about these conspiracy theories?
Relevance.
Whether or not people wanted to kill him? Well...
Withdrawn.
Miss Starling?
People would attempt to contact him, yes. But their messages were always too vague for the police to take action on. They would say that he belonged in jail, or that he couldn't avoid the truth. Or that someone should do something to shut him up.
Did they ever talk about hurting him?
Yes. But I always turn those messages straight over to the police.
Yeah, I'm seeing that on record. Yeesh, who writes this stuff?
All those cases have long since been resolved, Your Honor. And none of the parties involved have had contact with David Asher in years. The police take harassment very seriously. Something you want to add, Counselor?
Just clearing my throat. May I continue? You worked with Dr. Asher for many years. Did you have a relationship outside of work? Did you ever talk about anything besides professional concerns?
Sure, we've gone out to dinner or met on the weekends. I think he liked to pick my brain since he needed relationship advice a lot. Even if he didn't realize that was what he was asking for. I'd like to think that he knew he could talk to me, but...
Did he ever talk to you, or to your knowledge, anyone else about hurting himself?
God, no, never!
Do you know any history he might have had with a mental illness, depression, anxiety?
No.
So when you heard the people argue that Dr. Asher had done this to himself...
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
You're saying that you can't believe.
Objection!
On what grounds?
Asked and answered. Stalling. And also... the people have documents that would be of interest to the court in this matter.
Juicy! And what matter specifically are you referring to?
The deceased's mental health history.
Emma wouldn't be speaking up if she didn't have something real. So what the hell is this about?
We have private correspondences that describe...
If they're private, then they should not have been obtained by the people without his permission.
He can't give permission if he's already dead. And we're well within our rights to obtain evidence as it pertains to his, air quotes, crime.
Convincing! Damn, didn't honestly expect that to stop her from admitting her evidence to the record. But I was hoping to at least slow her. Where are you on that footage?
77%. Approximately.
I clicked my tongue, but I don't think the mic picked it up.
Hmm.
Need to buy time wherever I can, whatever time I can, however I can. Even if that means running out the clock as a punching bag.
I have messages between Dr. Asher and a psychiatrist he was meeting with and speaking to for the past year. Along with paperwork detailing how his treatment was covered under his Platinum Plan.
Platinum?
I don't intend to air all of Dr. Asher's secrets here in the court.
Oh, okay, I guess.
But I am prepared to read excerpts from messages and transcripts from phone calls. Which, when put together, paint a clear picture of the kind of stress David Asher was experiencing. And the dark thoughts he was struggling with.
transcripts of his phone calls.
I'll admit them into evidence, assuming there are no objections.
Let's see what the race says. There's something strange about this evidence. Remember, she said a different she said a different health plan than the one he had.
Yeah, she said it was platinum, and he had like some executive.
Yeah, executive 3.
Yeah.
So we... Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's raise, baby. I'll gladly object. On the grounds of foundation, where did you say you got this?
It was retrieved from his digital records. There's no reason to doubt its authenticity.
Even more point that David had an executive level 4 plan and not a platinum plan?
Also, just before we continue, I do just realize that if we were to go for an hour, the shops would close roughly by the time the stream ended. Would you guys be okay if we took a little break somewhere in the next half hour to 20 minutes? Just so I can quickly run outside, run to the corner store, grab what I need, and run back.
At that point, I feel we should just...
I think we are pretty close and we might be able to finish within a half hour.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So we're having a lot less tangents than we usually do because we're actually trying to focus on finishing.
Yeah, fair.
Yep.
Really?
Really? Yes, really. It's all there in the record.
This is easily explained. David had an executive plan that Noble managed for him. And he was also seeing his psychiatrist both in person and over the phone. Your own witness has attested that he dealt with stalkers and was worried for his privacy. So it's easy enough to reason that he had a separate insurance policy he paid for on his own. Even if only to keep one thing out of Noble's grasp.
Sure, easy enough to make that assumption. But that doesn't make it correct. David used a separate insurance to hide his psychiatrist from Noble spying. No, he was smarter than that. Young's testimony, which isn't drunk with David before he died, didn't see anything corroborated by cam footage. Evaluation, estimation of Sarah's financial value, worth a lot of zeros. Recorded calls, all building calls recorded, monitored by Noble. David's autopsy died from respiratory failure, no unknown substance in the blood. Remember, if he's supposed to be hiding this from the company, why is
they're
he
monitoring the calls?
Building?
Can I have that again? What?
It's the other one. It's basically, she's saying that he had a separate insurance plan to hide his psychiatrist from the company, but if he was making those calls, the company would have been monitoring them anyway, defeating the point.
Like this one?
Yeah, that one.
Yes. Make sure to max out the ante first, so we get all those points back. All in, baby. Let's go gambling.
Oh, let's go.
David may well have wanted a private psychiatrist, someone who didn't work for Noble, who'd have his best interests at heart. But if so, he wouldn't have contacted them over the phone. Not when he knew all his phone calls were being recorded.
That lost my face.
David Asher was well versed in having every aspect of his life overanalyzed by data-hungry parasites. Do you really think he would try to hide mental health problems from them with a second insurance policy?
Apparently, yes, since I'm standing here with evidence that shows exactly that.
Does it, though?
Pardon me?
Yeah, like, what exactly are you suggesting, counselor? Still not done decrypting?
Well, it's difficult too.
Right. What the hell? Might as well swing for the fences at this point. I'm not trying to muddle the issue or confuse the court, Your Honor. And I would never make outlandish, unsubstantiated claims just for the sake of causing drama.
What are you...
I'm merely concerned that D.A. Rockford has been an unwitting pawn in an act of corporate espionage.
What?
If the markets were open Monday with people believing that David Asher, the man who programmed the brain of every noble android, was battling mental health issues for the last several months?
Objection, mischaracterization, foundation, all the rest? There are no corporate spies in this courtroom, counselor, and there are no boogeymen hiding under the bench.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah.
David Asher was a once-in-a-generation intellect, an extremely valuable human asset to his employers. And his employer's many enemies would do whatever it takes to destroy his credibility now that he can't defend himself.
And he was also your personal... You shouldn't even be here arguing this case in the first place, counselor. Wow. Sorry, now you're trying to call the police's evidence gathering into question? All because you can't admit that for the past several months your friend has been seeing a psychiatrist every Monday and you didn't know?
That is...
Sorry, but like... Did you still need me up here?
She's been sitting there for so long.
She's
Like,
just been there this whole time.
Like,
yeah.
what is going on? I'm so... The witness will refrain from interrupting when girls are fighting!
Nice.
Don't interrupt the cat fight.
Yes, ma'am.
Now with how my luck's been so far, Sarah's progress bar is probably moving backwards right about now. And Emma's patience is wearing thin. This could be my last shot to create any kind of reasonable doubt. I'd be happy to wrap up my questioning if the court will allow. That seems... cool with me!
And my evidence, Your Honor, will it be entered into the record?
I'd like to hear a bit more testimony before deciding.
That's fine, Your Honor. As you were, counselor.
This stage of the game, with the score where it's at, I could probably ask one more question. Better make it count. So what can Starly tell us that no one else could? She hadn't called me this morning, I wouldn't be standing here. She only did that because...
She handled all of his appointments. Wouldn't she know if he was seeing a psychiatrist?
Miss Starling, we're all gathered here to try and figure out what happened to Dr. Asher last night. So please, tell us, when exactly did he last... contact you? First to see you, contact you, and meet you at HQ.
Oh, well, sorry. Okay. See you.
Contact you,
you.
meet you at HQ.
I'm leaning towards contact you.
Yeah, because remember what she, remember from the beginning. Why she contacted us.
Yeah.
Yes.
When was the last time you had contact with Dr. Asher, Miss Starling?
Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. Let me just... Yeah, it was last night at 6:57 p.m. We texted back and forth. There are records of some texts, but they're flagged as work-related. Does the court really think they're relevant, Your Honor?
Relevant.
I was saying,
The texting makes a big difference.
I was
Remember,
like,
we
yeah.
have to buy time for Sarah.
Yep.
It could very well be the single most important piece of evidence in this whole trial.
What?
I just got chills. Don't know why, though.
Must be a coolant leak. The defense doesn't know what they're talking about.
On the contrary, those texts are a vital piece of evidence that change the timeline of events as we know them. We know what happened to David last night, generally speaking. But the order of events is crucial. Especially if Emma wants to make claims about David's state of mind. Heads up, select and place cards from your hand onto the slots in chronological order, left to right. You can pick a card back up and place in another slot if you change your mind. Or return to undo the last card you placed down. Fill all the slots to submit your answer. Alright, we got Isaac's call. David called, Porter called David at 6:30 p.m. to break up with him. David passes out after drinking poison. Drank with Young's testimony, drank with David before he died, but didn't see him add anything corroborated by cam footage. Starling and David texted to Friday at 6:57 p.m.
So what's important is that Starling's texts go after Isaac's call.
Yeah, Isaac's call is first. Because, like, that was at 6:30.
Yes, and then the...
Yeah, then it's, like, not Young's testimony, but...
Oh.
Yeah, then, like, because remember, Young didn't arrive until, like, 7.
Hmm.
So then, yep, Young's testimony, drank with him, but, like, didn't see him add anything. And before you add the last card, max it out. All in, baby!
We are in Ned!
Yes, that's it. Thanks to Miss Starling, we've now got a much clearer picture of the night's events. We know that Isaac Porter and David Asher broke up at 6:30 p.m. And I was rooting for them so hard! And we know that David messaged his assistant, Miss Starling, at 6:57 p.m. David is on camera with the witness from 7:30 to 8 p.m. He was declared dead not long after.
The people don't object to that timeline of events. But we do question Councillor Morgan's reason for belaboring it.
One last question, Miss Starling.
Yeah?
What was the nature of your conversation with Dr. Asher?
Well, actually, we talked about you. And how he wanted you to have his android. That android, there. Putting his affairs in order, I suppose.
It might appear that way. Can you specify what his instructions were exactly? How did he want this done?
Well, he wanted me to bring you to his penthouse and help you get set up as the android's new owner.
Yes, Miss Starling, but when did he want this to happen?
Well, he said it was pretty urgent, and so I should do it first thing Tuesday morning. Tuesday?
First thing Tuesday morning. David Asher didn't like doing anything on Mondays. He was going to be and was he going to be in attendance?
Well, actually, yes. He said he would work from home to help us. No way he intended for us to have that much trouble getting to Oh. Oh!
To summarize then, half an hour after he had already had his breakup and half an hour before his guest arrived, he was planning on an appointment that will require his presence with you for next Tuesday.
Right, he was.
Not something you would think to do if you were planning on dying that very night.
Yeah, you're right. That's...
Your Honor, if David Asher was preparing for the week ahead a mere hour before he passed away, don't you think that the people's assumptions about his mental state ought to be re-examined?
That's...
Your logic is sound. Do the people have a rebuttal?
If the court will just allow me a moment...
Sounds like an opening to me. If we assume that Dr. Asher was not suicidal and therefore did not kill himself, let's then ask ourselves who had the means, motive, and opportunity to take his life. Until now, we've taken for granted this idea that the Delta must have come from his manufacturer, from inside the house.
Adonai.
Not right now.
Sorry.
Not right now.
Her eyes stop blinking. Morgan, she's probably done. What do you mean? What not now?
But even if that's true, which it may not be, that doesn't mean he was the one who used the manufacturer.
Morgan?
Adonai.
Would you allow me one moment to confer, Your Honor? Sure, why not throw away your momentum? I'm in the middle of something, Sarah. I can't afford to let Rockford.
I've gained access to the hard drive's files.
What? Seriously?
As I said, progress with this type of encryption is exponential. It can be difficult to estimate.
Right, okay. Do you have the footage from last night?
I have the file.
Have you watched it?
I thought you'd want to know right away.
Suppose it doesn't matter? Either this has our silver bullet and we've got a case, or it doesn't and everything falls apart.
That seems quite risky.
For all we know, it could have David walk up to the goddamn manufacturer, say, "Here's preset 19, the poison, and my best friend Morgan is the heartbreak killer."
Yeah.
That would be the worst case scenario.
It's the least risky path to victory we have. Seeing how it's the only path to victory we have. I mean, I don't know if it's the only path. You were on a pretty strong case right there, but...
Yeah.
Screw it. Upload it to the core computer.
Yes, Adonai.
Thank you for your patience, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I'm awake! And I'm getting a pretty hefty chunk of video data for breakfast.
You're submitting security footage into evidence? New security footage?
The police corroborated the witness's testimony using the house's cameras. Security cameras installed by Noble as part of the penumbra system that show the parlor, the kitchen, but not the basement. During the course of my investigation, I uncovered a hidden security circuit buried in the deceased's own home system.
You what?
The people say that Delta must have been in Dr. Asher's cup because there's no other way for him to have ingested it. But we never saw him or anyone else put anything in his cup on camera.
Because he must have poisoned his own drink off camera.
Exactly.
What?
That's the only possible explanation, that he added the Delta to his drink off camera. He placed his cup inside the manufacturer, activated it, waited 2 minutes, and then walked upstairs to his death. I'm about to present the court footage retrieved from his basement. Footage that will show that by the time he retrieved the cups in his basement, it was already past 7:38. Meaning he didn't have the opportunity to poison himself. One clip of footage will prove all that? If it doesn't, I'm completely screwed. But it's not like I lose a preliminary hearing extra hard. Anything other than a royal flush here means I'm bust. So better to be the Joker who dances. The data has been entered into court record. Sarah, show us what happened to when Dr. Asher entered the basement.
Yes, Adonai, I'll search for it now. Here.
On screen. That's the bar, and timestamp is 7:36. There, David's grabbing the bottle of Rose River and leaving.
At 7:37. Just under the wire, as it were.
Is that it then? I came this far just to... Wait. Did he have the cups with him?
Is there sound?
None at all. Keep going. If you had to go back to get the cups...
Counselor. What's that android doing on camera?
No! What? Sarah?
It's at the bar. The android gave him the cups.
Shit. Shit.
That machine never stepped on camera upstairs, not once. We don't know its whereabouts the day of his death. It could have poisoned the cup whenever it wanted.
Shit. Shit!
What is this? I don't understand. Your Honor, have the courtroom cleared.
Understood.
Please, someone. I don't know what's going on.
Sarah, you need to shut down.
Please, tell me what I'm looking at. I don't remember any of that. Do we have collars available?
Sarah, shut down now.
Adonai, please. Please, tell me what
Baby! Oh, look at her.
That's an order. Is it off? Yeah, it's off. I've seen this before. It won't do anything until I reactivate it.
Ow.
We don't know that. We don't know anything about this thing anymore.
That's...
Your Honor! In light of this most recent evidence, the people would like to withdraw their charges against Dr. Asher and end this preliminary hearing. It has been made abundantly clear that David Asher did not commit suicide.
Very well. The charges are withdrawn and the defendant is free to go. Well, as free as he can be in the afterlife. This case is dismissed. Congratulations, Counselor Morgan! Yay. Chalking up another victory for Morgan Esquire. Now all I have to do is deal with the shitstorm of the decade.
This is probably a good place to stop, right?
Yeah, we can stop here. Admittedly, there is a little scene that, like, I do really love.
How
But
quick
we
is
can
it?
say... Wait, what?
How quick is it?
Like, maybe 15 minutes?
That's cutting it a bit close for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can start it with the next stream.
That's fair.
Next time.
I am going to leave early.
Yep.
Bye, Sana. Thank you for joining.
Later, Xanadu.
Goodbye, it was a lot of fun!
Yeah, it's nice to actually have, like, a case where, like, our Maya Fey, like, how in Ace Attorney Maya Fey almost always gets blamed or, like, accused for the first case. In this case, it's pretty damning evidence, so it makes complete sense why Sarah's being looks pretty guilty here.
Man, as soon as I saw Sarah, I got the biggest goosebumps. Like, no, she can, no way. Like, no way. There's no way.
That's what the second half of this chapter is about. Well, technically the second 2/5 of this chapter is about. Proving Sarah's innocence.
What the fuck? I'm still looking at that table salt, like, but it's never gonna come up. Maybe not. Am I reading into it? I'm reading into it too much.
Yeah, no. At the very least, in this case, we got a doozy of a time to figure out.
And Morgan has to stick her finger in her mouth again. To
But yeah,
turn
you
her
see
on.
why I said we're about halfway through at the beginning of this stream.
Yep. I'm still gobsmacked of this twist. What the lord? What the fuck is this? We will have to end it now. Continue till next time. It is safe. Yes, it is confirmed safe. Well, thank you, Insanadu, for joining and participating in this endeavor yet again.
I am all too happy to spread of the devil propaganda.
Hope to play more of this next week unless something happens. Who knows? Who knows?
Fingers crossed, we're still good. We'll check with each other before if anything comes up.
As always. Yeah. I'll be leaving now as well. So you all have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon. I'll be back again tomorrow with Minecraft, and hopefully my wrist will not be hurting that as much. Yeah. Until we meet again, chat. Bye bye.